Maureen, thank you for speaking to us here on ANN7. It's such an honor to have you here. You're obviously nominated for one of the awards for South African of the Year. You are certainly proudly South African. Tell us a bit why.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Yeah, you know, it all started when I was a little boy. You know, grew up doing the sport you love, and always thinking about representing your country. You know, it's amazing how the road has taken you from where you started till what you've become, and still the stuff you really want to achieve. So it's nice to be a part of something South Africa, be a part of the Springboks, and yeah, just enjoying your time there out on the field, you know.
Tell us a bit about where it started, where you grew up. What was it like growing up in Nelspruit, of course?
Yeah, I grew up in Nelspruit, went to primary school there, went to high school there, played a little bit of billicky rugby where where it started, and there you don't have a number on your back, you just take the ball and you run. So at that time I was a little bit of a overweight little boy, but loved the contact, loved the collisions, and you just take the ball and you run. And from there on, played prop for quite some time. I think up till grade 9 I played prop, and then I grew a little bit. So played lock, played loose forward after that, and then I just got stuck at loose forward. But yeah, I enjoyed my time at school levels. It was awesome playing for your school, representing your school, and then yeah, you know, moving up the ranks. Got a bursary at Rao at that time. It was still called Rao, and it's now called UJ. And yeah, went from there provincial, and yeah, it's nice to play in Cape Town and represent the Stormers and Western Province, and especially and most definitely the Springboks.
Tell us a bit about your family, and not just rugby, but who's been a mentor and a supporter for you, obviously through your career, and just growing up in Nelspruit. What was it like?
Yeah, you know, my dad passed away when I was still a little boy at 8 years old. So you know, I had my mom there, and she was definitely the backbone of everything. You know, if you needed someone to speak to you, and she was also always there. You know, I think it became difficult when you had father and son braais and stuff like that. It was you were always the third wheel with some of your mates. But yeah, in a way, my mom was definitely my rock throughout it all, growing up, and I think I had a couple of teachers that really showed you the way, and really motivated you in the right way and what you wanted to achieve. And I think there's quite a lot of people, you know, but most of them I still look up to, still ask them for advice, and it's always nice to go back to them and have a good chat and look back and where it all started, you know. Yeah, growing up in Nelspruit was it was fun. Grew up on a farm, had some cattle, had a bit of everything, you know, and it was nice being on the farm. You never had the chance, like the guys in the city, had the chance to go to a gym, but you know, you had your own type of gymming, and working on the farm, working the cattle and everything like that. It was amazing, and I loved growing up on the farm, and you know, I think that's why I still love the farm. I still do a bit of cattle. I still do a little bit of wildlife and stuff like that. So yeah, the time in Nelspruit was awesome. I've still got some great mates there, but don't really go back home because we don't have the time. But I really do see my mom quite a bit. She moves down, or travels down to Cape Town and come and visits, and so it's quite nice.
So you rate yourself as a good farmer?
Yeah, not the best, but yeah, I do. I kind of like it a lot.
Your mum must be so proud just to see how much you've grown as a person, as a rugby player, now family man.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, it's like her ultimate hero, and I think in my eyes she was my ultimate hero. She gave me the opportunity and to go on rugby tours and stuff like that, and so it's nice to give back a bit, and I really love that. And yeah, she, when you speak to her, you can just hear in her voice that her heart is beating faster than normal, and the love just overflows, and yeah, it's amazing. You get all that support, and from her it's actually very overwhelming. Family man, yes. It's.
So you're this big, aggressive guy on the field, but you must be totally different at home.
Yeah, I'm very laid back at home. Got married in 2012. Got a little boy now. He's almost 2 years old. His name is Anru, and terrible twos. You get a lot of tantrums, but it's amazing how his birth and the past 2 years just helped me a lot to get to know myself, and you learn to be a lot more patient. I think because I really had a very short wire. It's yesy, but with the little one, it's you tone down, you're relaxed, and it's nice to see him come and watch the games. It's Papa here and Papa there and everything, and he loves the ball, and it's just nice to spend some time with him and my wife back home.
Will there be pressure on him to be a rugby player?
In a way, I would love for him to play some rugby, but no, I'm definitely not going to push him in a direction. If he wants to do something else, I'm gonna back him and support him in every way I can. It's his decision. I'm definitely not gonna make his decision in his life. You make your own decisions, and people just got to support you. So that's definitely a thing that I really wanna do. I just want to support him all the way.
So tell us a bit about, or tell us some of the funny moments that you've had with your little one so far. What makes your eyes light up or make you laugh? Is he very funny?
He's just very busy. It's I bought him a small car that he can get into and get out of, and I push him around. So it wasn't even long ago. I think it was 3 days ago. I brought the car, put it all together, and then he just didn't want to get out of it. So I had to go do some shopping, just some groceries and stuff for the house, and we needed to take the car with. So you in Checkers and Woolies, and you walk around there, and he, when you want something off the rack, he gets out of the car. He wants to take it out. He puts it into the basket and gets back into his car. So yeah, it's quite fun. It's nice to do some stuff with him, and he helps you quite a lot. So it's actually fun. I enjoy spending my time with him. It's if it's not raining, he's outside. I love the outdoors, so it's always nice. So we're on the trampoline or either with the dogs, running around the streets, and I just love my time.
Obviously, you had a tough injury and a tough recovery coming back from it. How are you feeling, and how's it looking?
Yeah, so I had a neck operation about it's 3 weeks ago now. It's still difficult to pick up some stuff. I think the only thing I can pick up is my little one, but I think recovering is actually going very good. It's I think I'm about to start running this coming week, and yeah, we'll just take it from there. You know, we don't want to rush it. We don't want to force anything, but I most definitely want to go play in the World Cup. So that's definitely one of my goals, and hopefully one I can be a part of.
When you sustained the injury, did you realize that it was quite serious at the time?
No, not really. I thought it was just a back spasm that went into my neck, and after all the scans and MRIs and stuff like that, the doctors came up to me and said, "Listen, you now got to make a choice, and it's either wait and we won't know if it heals up, or we take the plunge and we go for the op, and I have 10 weeks to get ready." So yeah, we did the op, and after the operation the doc came to me and he said, "Yes, it's actually the right thing we did, because if I had played a couple of weeks later, I would have injured my neck, and yeah, I would have been out for the World Cup and out for the rest of the year. So now it's do or die, but there's hope. So that's the nice thing. If there's hope, there can always be a change.
What has been a career highlight for you so far?
Yeah, there's been a couple. I think being part of a Currie Cup squad as a youngster, still 19, 20 years old, at the Cheetahs and lifting the Currie Cup trophy, and I think being named man of the match as well was definitely a big highlight for me. Coming out of a small union like the Pumas and starting your first season with the Cheetahs and winning a Currie Cup was definitely amazing. And the nice thing about that is all the guys are still chatting to each other. All of us, yeah, we've got such a big family there, and it's nice to see that everyone just gets together, have a braai, and still talk about all those days, and it was just amazing. And I think another one is definitely meeting the All Blacks at what's it now, Emirates Park in Johannesburg, and in 2014. So that was definitely amazing. Also, was nice to be named man of the match, and I really thought a different guy would have won man of the match, because I was rooting for him. But yeah, it's nice to see how everything unfolds, and it was just amazing to get all of those achievements, and it's a hell of a lot of highlights that you will never forget.
What does it mean to be a Springbok player? What does it feel like when you put on that green and gold and you put your heart and soul there out on the field to make your nation proud?
Yes, I think it's so weird now, sitting on the sideline, being injured and whatnot. It's, you know, on the field it's different emotions, and sometimes you don't really feel that goosebump, because you're so in the moment. But I think sitting at home watching the game, and they sing the national anthem, and you hear the whole of South Africa singing together and standing behind each other. Yes, that is the best feeling you can get. And I bet not just as a player, but as a supporter, as a South African, you do feel that goosebump running through your body, and that's how it feels when you're out there on the pitch, when you're representing your country, when you're representing the thing that stands right in front of you. You know, that Springbok, that team you represent. It's an amazing feeling, and and so much more when you're back home and you're playing in front of your own people. It's nice to go play overseas. You've got people cheering you on, but it doesn't have that effect being in front of your people, the nation and everyone. You really do feel that, and it is the best feeling to represent your country. It's you just can't explain. You can't really elaborate too much on it, because it's a deeper feeling. Yeah, it's all inside.
You've played with some great Springbok players, and going into the Rugby World Cup, you will continue to do so. You've also played with somebody like John Smith. Who is probably the greatest player that you've played with? Somebody that you've always looked up to?
Yo, no, there's a lot. I think just not being a part of the box before and getting into that mix, everyone was your hero. So every single guy that played for the Springboks is and was your hero, because you were never in that mix. And now being there it's just amazing to play alongside your hero and represent your country. And it's, you know, there's a hell of a lot of guys, current and past, that I really look up to. Past players were definitely Rassie Erasmus, Andre Venter, guys in that mold, you know, that played a destructive game. I think nowadays you get guys like Skalk, Skalkberger. I was actually a funny story. I was 18 years old, and we went on holiday in Cape Town, and we were sitting in a bar with some friends, and yes, this one guy ran in and he said, "Listen, yes, you won't believe who gave me a lift." And everyone's like, yes, who? And he said, "Skalkberger, he's coming in." And so everyone queued up and they wanted to ask him a question. And I thought, okay, so I also want to ask him a question. And walked up to him and said, "Listen, how tall are you?" Because I couldn't think of anything else. And he said 193, and I went, yes. And I turned around and I walked away, and he said, hey, come here, how tall are you? And I was like, I'm 191, but I'll soon be there. And the funny thing about that is, a year later, I played against him a Currie Cup game, and when I moved down to Cape Town, I asked him, can you remember, I think it was 2004, he went to a pub and a little guy walked up to him and said, "How tall are you?" He said, "Yes, that was so random," but he didn't know what to do. And I said, "That guy was me." And he's like, yes, he really can't believe it. You know, so it's nice to look up to that guy, and now I play alongside him. And yes, what a special guy. But there are a lot of guys. Our national captain is amazing. John de Villiers is definitely a guy that everyone should look up to. Where he was last year and coming back, running around on the field, and hopefully he'll be 100% coming World Cup, is the biggest motivation for any guy, any sports personality, any sports person, or anyone growing up and want to be part of a team or a national team. Is that should be the only motivation you need.
Thank you very much for speaking to us, and wish you all the best for the Rugby World Cup and in the run-up to it, and also for the awards.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.